know that lately it's been a wee bit dark here, so let's try to lighten things up a bit. And I think I'm gonna go take a break after this, but I think this is really important. So, without further ado, let's go. Oh, hi. As I was saying, it's been a tad bit dark, and I had, excuse me. Sorry for the squeak. Apparently, the surface I'm sitting on has a bit of a spring to it, and I keep kind of bouncing. I'm going to give a few pointers and try to see if there's a way that, rather than, okay, it's been so very, very dark and I need to lighten things up, what do I do? So without further ado, let's see what we can do to lighten things up. Just so you know, the human condition is that we will occasionally go through a wonky time, and boy howdy. And you're not responsible for things that happen to you for the most part. You are responsible for the way that you react. And since I know that giving yourself a case of guilt and feeling horrible because you shoved people away, or you're just, well, gosh, I scared that person. I was terrible to that person. What do I do? Take a breather. If they're meant to be in your life, they will be. Maybe focus on you, the person. And okay, so I absolutely recommend grief counseling if you are going through grief, especially if it sort of it feels like someone pressed the reset button. So, okay, so definitely listen, Brunhilde, Beatrice, sorry, I keep forgetting your name. So listen, Beatrice, now's not the time for you to peter out. The battery is full. Okay. Yes, I've had some sleep, by the way. So since I'm up a bit until I can doze back off, I'm here. So I absolutely recommend grief counseling. As I said, and I know that the word Worcestershire, as in Worcestershire sauce, can be easier to say than please help. And I know that feeling like you're appearing as weak can be difficult. That's, I think, my main motivation for not knowing how to say, I need help. But anyway, but it can be one of the gutsiest things you have ever done. And I know that I sound a wee bit like I'm doing motivational speaking, which is not something I'm together great at. Also, for those of you who have watched and wondered, why is she using her hands a lot? I cannot speak without my hands. They're part of the speaking process. They will generally tell my mood before I do, and I know quite a bit of ASL. Usually it's the I love yous and the when you feel angry, say as someone like Katie Hopkins, as I did in the video regarding peanut allergies and carrier bags, telling someone where they can go. Anyway, so for those of you who need help and do not know how to verbalize the words, please help. This is help in ASL. The bottom hand helps out the top hand. I am not a sign language channel, by the way, and I'm pretty sure that my form would make an ASL teacher go, girl, what? Girl. But anyway, so you need help, you're frustrated, you're angry, you're grief and your guilt and your pain and all that other stuff, you're angry, definitely see a counselor. I have a marvelous grief counselor. Once again, if you're in my neck of the woods, let me know. No, I'm not getting a discount. Definitely, I would say definitely start a journal. This is mine in all her glory. I think she's a she, I don't know why. Someone that I can talk to. As the camera is Beatrice, this is Brunhilde. You know, write down, you know, the good, the bad, the ugly. Be prepared if you're going through a really rough time to have to buy a pack of pens. I went through a bunch like they were hotcakes and had to actually buy a large box of pens. Beatrice, that'll be enough. And just the good, the bad, the extremely ugly, and even if you get suggestions like, well, today I saw, this is something good I saw. Today I found out that it is now October, which could be kind of depressing to some people because it's now getting a bit cold and rainy and icy. But for me, one of my favorite coffee companies, Mystic Monk, has their monthly coffee, which is the Snickering Monk candy bar, and it's available for purchase. It's only available in October, and no, I am not at all being sponsored. I don't think they have money for sponsorships because the money for the books and the coffee and for the mugs, this is fantastic if you have Wibble hands because it's weighted and it's double handled, which is an old tradition, you know, grab life by both hands, enjoy. And this is just a glass of milk. I'm trying to get back to sleep. I'm also really thirsty. Next up, meditation. And some people feel really, really awkward when they start to meditate. I know for the longest time I didn't like guided meditation because it was just, it didn't work. Some people drone and kind of buzz, which doesn't really help. Or they play nature music, which is fine. You know, I've listened to the music of the whales. It's fascinating, although frankly can be a little bit, if someone, say, walks in and hears the mating call of the beluga. At least that's what it sounded like. I could be wrong. They could have just been singing Figaro. But who cares what... Listen, you. That'll be enough. I'm in the middle of something. I'm talking about relaxation while yelling at my camera, but... So I've been putting the Fitbit through its paces because there are guided meditations, and I found around 9 o'clock last evening that the sleepy meditation does indeed work because I dozed right off through it. I only woke up because my kidney said hi, and I only have the one. And I'd had quite a lot of water the night before. I'd had quite a lot of water and a glass of milk before bed, so you don't need to know that, and I apologize. By the way, I can get really inappropriate here, just so as you know. Anyway, so I found that the guided meditation for sleep seems to work. Now I'm working on the lasting sleep. No, I'm not working on. I'm gonna do it. So, yeah, my recommendations, get yourself a treat. I've had this for years, so I didn't just buy that. Get yourself a treat. Get yourself something that is just for you. In my case, it's the October coffee. It's supposed to be beautiful this weekend in my neck of the woods. So pop on a sweater or a sweatshirt, go out, go look at the leaves because they will be changing soon. If you feel rotten, definitely write it down, the good, the bad, the ugly. Do what you gotta do. And be prepared to go through a gazonga bunch of pens. And yes, kids, learn how to ask for help. And I know I'm saying this, and I know that I have trouble with this. So I'm right here with you. Okay, so you're loved. It's 1:25 a.m. here. So I'm gonna try to get back to sleep with my glass of milk, and I'm going to do my editing in the morning because I am zonked. And I'm gonna say my I love yous and hope that you're okay. And I know that it's tough. It's not going to be easy, and it's, you know, you're going to have good times, you're going to be feeling really awesome, you're going to also have some shit-tastic times. Oh yes, I did. And you're going to really feel it. I lost a friend due to COVID the other week. So it does feel a bit like someone pressed the reset button. And so along with everything else, but it's okay. And remember that the 5 stages of grief thing, it's bullcrap. And you also have, don't try to put it on a schedule. Don't be like me, kids. Seriously. It's not gonna work. You can't schedule that. It's not like you can buy milk and grieve and then go on to the next part of your day. Sometimes it's gonna smack you in the face at really, really bad times, and that's okay. You're fine. You're okay. And you're loved.